Hi, this is Thresden, and this is part 3 of an Elder Scrolls Online Greymoor Edition walkthrough. In the previous episode, we found this guy that was in a bottle. He was trapped inside of a bottle, and we need to figure out how to do incantations to free him. We also need to go talk to Lyris Titanborn and let her know that her contact Brundled is dead, and he gave us a bunch of papers before he died. So that's what we're going to do right now. Look at all these players standing around her.
I'm accustomed to stairs, but I reached my threshold for gawkers a long time ago. Move along. I'm waiting for someone.
Brundled isn't coming. He's dead.
He's what? Oh, damn it. Queen Gerhild will be here at any moment. Look, Her Highness is expecting to talk to me and my contact. I need you to pretend to be that contact, or this will go very badly.
What? What's this all about?
We can exchange intimate details of our lives later. Right now, just know that the safety of all of Skyrim, maybe even all of Tamriel, depends on how this meeting goes. So follow my lead and be on your best behavior with Her Highness.
Follow your lead with what?
Lyris Titanborn. Your reputation is known even here in the West. Is this one of your famed companions?
No, but I assure you my partner is one of the Skald King's best. Go introduce yourself, partner.
Great! She just told her I'm from Eastern Skyrim. Now I'm in trouble.
I am Gerhild, Queen of Skyrim. Allow me to welcome you on behalf of our kingdom, our city, and our hold. Who might you be?
Thresdensor, Your Majesty.
The letter that preceded your arrival said an attempt was made on the Skald King's life. It indicated that High King Svargrim would be next. My husband took that as an accusation and a threat. He will not meet with you, but I will hear you out.
Your Majesty, I've witnessed some concerning things since I arrived here.
Have you anything that would persuade my husband? It will take some substantial evidence to convince High King Svargrim to heed the words of the hated Yoren, the Skald King.
I don't have anything. I mean, yes, I work for Yoren the Skald King, I guess. I encountered a coven of Reach witches operating in your kingdom.
Trouble from the Reach is as common as snow in winter. That will not be enough for Svargrim to accept the help of outsiders. His hatred of Yoren runs deep. I will speak on your behalf, but you and Lyris must bring me proof my husband cannot ignore.
We'll find that proof, Your Majesty.
Thank you for alerting me to this situation. I am eager to see what else you uncover. I will do what I can, but be as discreet as possible. If you run afoul of my husband, he won't hesitate to return you to Yoren, and not necessarily in one piece.
Why is there bad blood between High King Svargrim and Yoren the Skald King?
Eastern and Western Skyrim have been at odds since the kingdom was divided. Yoren's ambitions for the Ruby Throne, however, have created a new level of tension. Forming alliances and raising armies for conquest. Should we not be wary of such a man?
Yes, we should be. I mean, I work for him, so, okay. Svargrim thinks Yoren wants to take over his kingdom?
Frankly, yes. He believes Yoren hasn't marched here with an army as yet, because the Western holds are firmly united against Pact rule. My husband is certain Yoren plots to erode those allegiances. He will not easily earn the High King's trust.
What sort of proof will persuade High King Svargrim to listen?
You must convince my husband that a threat greater than Yoren exists. Further, this threat must directly imperil the High King. Find proof of this, and I will assist you how I can. Helping to keep our hold safe will also allay his concerns.
What we found so far isn't enough?
It's enough for me to believe your intentions are sincere. Learn more about these suspicious activities you mentioned, then bring it to me. If this threat is as dangerous as Yoren claims, prove it, and I will make my husband listen to reason.
A soldier accused me of being a spy. Are your people always so suspicious?
My deepest apologies. Between the Reach to our south and the Ebonheart Pack to the east, Our soldiers have come to see all outsiders as a potential threat. I will look into this. Vigilance cannot be allowed to become a bludgeon.
See, Lyris Titanborn has put me into kind of a bad position because this character is a member of the Daggerfall Covenant, and they're against the Ebonheart Pact, so they don't like Yoren the Skald King, but what can I do? She told her that I worked for Yoren, so oh well.
You handled that better than I expected. Now what in Mara's name happened to Brundold?
He was fleeing pursuit, and he gave me a bundle of papers before he died.
Damn. Lucky thing he found you. Brundold was supposed to get the lay of the land before I got here. Without his information, my work for Yoren the Skald King could be over before it begins. What did he give you? Hand it over.
Here's everything I found.
Smugglers and Reachmen up to illicit business. Nothing unusual there, but Brundold thought it could be connected to the Coven. I'm short a good investigator, and you stepped into the role easily enough. Can I count on you to help me with this?
What do you need me to do?
Brundold mentioned some locals we should have a talk with. A snitch named Grega who likes to gamble in back alleys.
I've met
and
her.
An orc named Mog who frequents the Lonely Troll Inn. Let's find them and see what they can tell us.
Can you explain what this is all about?
Succinctly? No, but I'll try. The Icereach Coven recently attacked the Skald King. We learned they're planning something in western Skyrim as well. So Yoren sent me to warn them. Beyond that, we have the leads Brundold found, and that's about it.
I ran into the Coven. I overheard them plotting, something about destructive storms and a harvest.
I had a run-in with the Coven too. First at their stronghold in the Sea of Ghosts, then in Eastmarch. They tried to... well, let's say they had plans of an unkind nature regarding the Skald King. I stopped them, then came here to warn Svargrim.
Why did Yoren send you to help Svargrim? They obviously have a bad history.
While it's true that Svargrim and Yoren don't get along, the Skald King doesn't want something terrible to befall western Skyrim. That would be bad for the east as well as the west. Besides, Yoren was hoping for an opportunity to improve relations.
By the way, who are you?
Lyris Titanborn. I was one of Emperor Varen's 5 companions. Currently, I serve Yoren the Skald King. Skyrim's my home, and I'll do whatever's necessary to protect it. Whoever's behind these threats will regret it, as soon as we identify them.
The Queen recognized you.
This axe and I have been all over Tamriel, to oblivion and back on more than one occasion for that matter. I've earned my reputation. Yoren hoped my fame might persuade Svargrim to grant me an audience, but it seems to be working against me.
What makes you say that?
Most of the tales of my exploits involve the liberal application of the blade of my axe. Svargrim must think Yoren sent me here to strong-arm him into joining the Pact. He's wrong, but I'd probably jump to the same conclusion.
How do we know the smugglers and Reachmen are even connected to this?
We don't, but it's all we've got. Even if they aren't connected to the Icereach Coven, taking care of a few of Svargrim's problems might earn us some goodwill. Now, let's go check out the back alleys and the Lonely Troll Inn.
All right.
I'm not the first Nord from the east to receive a chilly reception at the Blue Palace. Doubt I'll be the last. The Bard's College. Hard to imagine the Skald King spent his youth studying verse in this stodgy old kingdom.
Greetings.
Hey, don't step on the dice. There a reason you're interrupting our game, Porkface?
Brundold said you might know something about the smuggled goods from Sentinel.
Don't know any Brundold. Don't know you. Either way, I got nothing to tell you. Get lost. I'm on a winning streak.
So I could use my Fighters Guild persuasion skill and say Brundold's dead because of what's in those crates. They'll come for you too. But because I don't have that skill yet, I'll have to say, if you won't talk to me, you can talk to my large friend with the axe.
My friend asked nicely. Talk, or the next thing to roll will be your heads.
Kassala! She handles all the smuggling in Solitude. Her warehouse is on the docks.
That wasn't so hard. Come on, partner. We're done here.
Alright. Got a lead. Now, I want to talk to this guy
Castle
over...
Dower is a monument to the Western spirit. Stony and cheerless. Maybe the new tower will liven up the place.
Castle Dow? Oh, that right there? Okay. I want to go talk to this guy right here, Borfrey.
If you see a pretty bottle around, let me know. It talks, if that helps.
I did find that bottle.
Oh, thank you. I was worried that Master Dren had gotten lost when I went to get myself some stew. I guess I just forgot why I set the bottle down. I'll go and get it. Him. As soon as I finish my stew. It's really good stew.
Fair enough. I'm helping him to dispel the illusion.
That's good. A talking bottle makes me nervous, and it sure made Master Dren crankier than normal. I'll bring it here and keep it safe with his other stuff. Don't worry.
Narsis Dren Skyrim Journal. That wretched librarian threw me out. Me, Narsis Dren! As if such a place was even worthy of my time. How that cadre of bumbling dullards got their hands on Maelmoth's journal, I'll never know. I found a peculiar scroll tucked between the pages, detailing a ritual of reversal. I doubt that scaly book hoarder even knew it was there. So, to my way of thinking, there's no harm in taking it with me. Now, as for Maelmoth's journal itself, I was only able to jot down the aforementioned passage, the bit about reversals. From what I can ascertain, this ritual exists in 3 parts. The text likely points to the location of 3 verses that must be read aloud in order to complete the spell. Another scavenger hunt. How droll. I've transcribed these directions below. Mind your nose, you zealous readers. A vessel once filled often cracks. Should you find yourself gazing through glass, find a friend who will heed these words. The well of wisdom often runs dry for those with boastful, prying eyes. The only thing that lasts longer than stone is a song. In years of peril, in an era yet to come, mages shall nest in these stones like swallows. I can only hope this scroll contains less nonsense. Let the studies begin. Alright, so I need to gather his incantations. I'm going to go ahead and do this while we're in town here, because once we leave, we might not be coming back for a while.
You must be Mog. I have questions.
Questions? Happy to oblige. Buy a few rounds and let's chat.
You're going to answer me, Orc, or...
Hey! Nobody intimidates my friends.
Princess Svana. Sometimes you charge ahead, and sometimes you step in a steaming pile of mammoth dung. I'll let you deal with the princess.
Now you've done it. Once you rouse Princess Svana's ire, the best you can do is grovel until her temper subsides. Look on the bright side. There are worse arses to kiss than her royal highnesses.
Who gave you the right to walk in here and bully my friend? Did my father send you?
Why would your father send someone to bully Mog?
Because he doesn't like Mog. But I like Mog. Mog doesn't care that I'm a princess, and it doesn't matter to me that Mog's a scoundrel. If my father didn't send you, why are you threatening my friend?
We wanted to ask if he saw the people putting up the job postings.
Smelly bastards. Cheap, too. Wouldn't buy us a drink. They hung their flyers and left without saying a word. Then, a different smelly bastard showed up to sign on workers. He was a charmer, though.
You remember anything else about this charmer?
His breeches fit well. And he was handsome. Not a Nord. Breton, maybe? I didn't really listen to what he was saying. A half-dozen workers left with him. Off to the Drudok Mountains or someplace. He hasn't been back since.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Let's talk outside, partner.
Oh, so she likes Bretons. Interesting.
Oh, well done. You handled the princess with skill and aplomb. Saves me the trouble of having to talk her down. I'd say I'm in your debt, but it was your she-giant that provoked her in the first place.
Do you remember anything else about these job postings?
That's what this was all about? You and this she-giant looking for work? You're too late, I'm afraid. The posting agent has come and gone, and with a handful of laborers in tow. The flyers are still around, so perhaps they'll return.
Any idea where they went?
I heard mention of the Druidok Mountains, but I doubt that was anything more than a false trail. Most of these mining concerns like to keep the true location of their hoard a trade secret. But is that it? You a competitor out to steal their mine?
Why do you think this has anything to do with mining?
Overheard snippets of conversation, and a feeling in my gut. While the hiring agent might have been a Breton, his associates were clearly from the Reach, by the way. I also heard talk of a lodge outside the city. Perhaps a stop along the way?
Thanks for the information.
Since we're all friends now, why don't you sit down and buy me a drink? It isn't often you get to consort with royalty.
Are you really the High King Svargrim's daughter?
What? I don't look royal enough to you? I'm the High King's daughter, whether I like it or not. I didn't ask for the position. It was thrust upon me by an accident of birth. And I don't much care for all the associated decorum and responsibility.
What do you want to do then?
Anything. As long as it's what I want, not what I'm supposed to do. Everybody acts like my parents are in charge, but they're just slaves to their crowns. They barely exist aside from their roles as king and queen. I refuse to wind up like that.
Doesn't someone have to be in charge?
You're so interested, then you do it! Go on! Get out of here! You're spoiling my good mood.
Okay, okay. I guess she doesn't find Bretons attractive anymore.
So we've got a mysterious Breton possibly working with Reachmen, recruiting workers for some unknown purpose. Plus there's a smuggler hiding unknown contraband in a warehouse down by the docks. I say we deal with the smuggler first.
Why the smuggler?
We know where to find her and we more or less know what she's up to. And if the two are connected, maybe the smuggler can help us narrow our search for the Breton. Ready to visit Casella's warehouse?
I'm ready to go to the smuggler's warehouse. Except first, I'm going to go deal with this. Incantation stuff. There it is. Incantation of Reversal, first argument. If freedom's ring will slake your thirst, I urge you, speak these words first. On the shores of an open sea, hordes of horkers frolic free.
Work builds character, they say.
He said, work builds character, they say. I think the punchline was going to come next, but I ran too fast. Incantation of Reversal, second fragment. In the spring, the soil is fecund. To break a curse, speak these words second. Pigs and pigs and pigs and pigs. My auntie's fingers, thin as twigs. Alright, one more fragment.
Ah, bloody mages and their bloody tricks.
Incantation of Reversal, third fragment. Mind these words. though often slurred. You should sing out this verse the third. Vibrant feathers drift on the wind. My hair grew long, but never thinned. Right, let's see if we can dispel the illusion now. It says it's below.
Hello? Is that you, Doughty Assistant? Oh, thank feck. You have the incantation, yes? Read it quickly. You'll be surprised to hear that life as a bottle does not suit me.
Do you think it matters what order I read them in?
How should I know? I'm a historian, not a hedge wizard. Just use your best judgment. I have near total faith in you.
Alright, we know what order they're supposed to be in. So here, I'm going to say them in the right order. On the shores of an open sea, hordes of horkers frolic free. Why did it stop?
Hello? Is that you? How should I know? Yes, that's it. I can feel the illusion script loosening. Keep going. Read the other lines.
Pigs and pigs and pigs and pigs, my auntie's fingers thin as twigs.
I think that's right. I can feel the glass cracking around me. Keep going. Speak the final line.
Vibrant feathers drift on the wind, my hair grew long but never thinned.
That's it.
Ah, finally! Let's see. Legs, arms, stylish coiffure. Yes! Looks like everything's as it should be. What a relief. A pleasure to meet you in the flesh. As I said before, I am Narsis Dren. You are? Whoever you are. Charmed. Now to business. We need to find Maelmoth's Mysterium. First, we need his journal. The librarian refused to share it with me. Ridiculous.
Why didn't the librarian let you borrow Maelmoth's journal?
Oh, the usual inanities of frumpy book hoarders. I might have torn one of the pages. Honestly, you'd barely notice. But you know how librarians are. Spill a drink, or talk too loudly, or rip a few pages, and wham! They cast you out on your ear. Ugh.
What can you tell me about the librarian?
A prickly Argonian named Dean Velaz. She works in the Mages Guild Library in Solitude. I might have said a few indecorous things about her beady little eyes. My fault. But people who stand in the way of discovery really get my dander up.
So, does this mean we're partners?
Yes, of course. Narsis Dren is always true to his word. If you assist me in following the clues laid out in Maelmoth's journal, I will gladly share the wonders of his Mysterium with you.
Good. Alright, I'll try to get Maelmoth's journal from this librarian.
For free? Why in Beck's name did you bring my belongings out onto the street?
I missed that part.
Please, I was once like you.
Alright, Lyris, show her your axe. No? You're not gonna do it? Alright.
Welcome to the Mages Guild Library. Please handle our books and scrolls with the care they deserve. I already cast out a careless dark elf. I pray that I will not have to ask anyone else to leave today.
I'd like to see the last journal of Maelmoth the Mysterious.
Do you work with that strutting guard Narsis Dren? The famed scholar? Scholar my shedding tail scales. He tore a page in a valuable book, and I suspect he stole one of Maelmoth's scrolls. What reason could I possibly have to help you?
All right, I can either tell her the truth, yes, he asked me to come, but I really do need that journal, or I can lie. I have no idea who you're talking about. I'm studying Maelmoth's works alone. I'm going to lie to her.
Quite a coincidence that two people come calling for the same rare text on the same day. Then again, helping one of Narsis Dren's competitors does warm my scales. Fine. The journal's there on the table. But if any harm comes to it, I will find out.
Thank you.
The journal is just there on the table. Why do you loiter? I told you that you can borrow the text. Take it and be on your way. This is a library, not an adventurer's lounge.
The journal contains hundreds of pages of nonsensical ramblings. The final entry is the most lucid. No one deserves my masterpiece. No one, except perhaps someone. Ho ho, a test. Yes, a trial of patience and mental mettle. All great hunts begin with riddles. If they don't, they should. Mysteries lounge in plain view. Tiles and levers and ancient pews. Pews in temples where dragons pray. Where some were killed and old wreaths lay. Meditate on this a while. We'll see if you have sufficient guile. See if I can find some lore books in here. Alright. Got a little bit of Mages Guild experience. Maybe a quarter of a level. What's funny is that these books are actually in the Mages Guild, so it's supposed to gain experience by finding books and bringing them to the Mages Guild, but in this case I'm finding them inside the Mages Guild, so why does that work for leveling? Oh well, doesn't make much sense.
Ah, assistant. It's about time. So, any luck with that cold-blooded librarian?
Yes, she let me borrow the journal.
Excellent. I must admit, I had my doubts, but you're turning out to be a model employee. Assistant. Partner?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Now, if you just hand it over, I can try to untangle Maelmoth's riddles and set us on the right path.
What do you intend to learn from this text anyway? Dean Villa seemed to think Maelmoth was crazy.
She would. This text reveals Maelmoth's Mysterium, his trove to arcane trinkets and treasures. Now, just give me a moment to, Yes, I have it. This clearly refers to a meditation grotto near Kilcreath, one of Shalador's old haunts.
So we're headed to Kilcreath Temple. Fair enough.
Well, to be frank, this seems too good to be true. A single riddle leading to our prize? Too easy. Then again, things often come easy to an adventurer of my caliber. I have some business to conclude here. I'll meet you at Kilcreath once I'm finished.
How do you know about Maelmoth's Mysterium anyway?
How would I not? Ancient mysteries are Narsis Dren's stock in trade. No arcane relic or lost antiquity evades my gaze for long. Surely you've read some of my books? They're bestsellers, assistant. I can get you some. At a very reasonable price.
I'll think about it. So you discovered it all on your own?
Well, advanced scholarship always involves a bit of give and take. For example, an elderly mage I met in Riften made a, modest contribution. But make no mistake, it was I who cracked Maelmoth's riddles.
An elderly mage? Is he looking for Maelmoth's trove too?
He was, for a time. Struck me as something of an obsession, if I'm being honest. 50 years he's been at this Maelmoth business. 50 years! Oh, can you imagine? That might be a reasonable period of study for an elf, but for a Nord? Ooh, it's untenable.
So, you encouraged him to let it go?
Of course I did. What kind of Mer would I be if I let that doddering fossil waste his scant remaining years chasing riddles like this? I may be ambitious, but I am never cruel. I took his notes as a personal and professional courtesy.
Will you credit him in your books if we found Maelmoth's trove?
Yes, of course, all the credit he deserves. I am generous with my praise. You'll see soon enough, assistant. Well, to be frank, this seems too good to be true.
Okay, just gonna repeat the same thing. Alright, now let's see which objective is closest. You know what? Let me scry for this, too. Ran into kind of a dead end. Do this one. Alright, that's it. Narrowed it down to one dig site. This one right. Well, narrowed it down to two dig sites. These two right here. I'll go look for that later. Still need to figure out which one of these quest objectives is closest. Well, I wonder why I'm not seeing another quest objective. Alright, we'll just go meet Narsis Dren, and then after that we'll try to figure out the main quest, the main story. We've got to go to a, go deal with smugglers. Actually, this is the smugglers right here. So we'll do this first and then meet Narsis Dren.
That's Kasala's warehouse. Only one sentry. Let's try not to cause a scene.
Private property. Get lost. Wait. A half-giant? Is that Lyris Titanborn?
You know Lyris?
Blood and Blade. Everyone knows Lyris Titanborn. What a woman. She's even larger than I imagined. No wonder she fought Swordmaster Sai Sahan to a draw. Wait, is he here too?
No, just us. We need to see Kasala.
Until Kasala returns, I'd be happy to keep fair Lyris company in her stead.
Perhaps we could wait inside?
Alas, Kasala doesn't allow visitors when she isn't here to conduct business. But we can wait out here. Do you think Lyris would autograph my ancestral scabbard? It would mean so much to my son. When I have one. Do you know if Lyris is betrothed?
I'm not sure, but if you get your scabbard, she'd be happy to autograph it.
Oh, thank you, thank you! You don't know how much this means to me.
I don't know what you said to him, but this is our chance. Try the lock. Good job with the sentry. You got rid of him and I didn't have to bash him or anything. See if you can pick the lock while I keep watch.
By the way you do this, just hold down left click till it wiggles, and hope you don't break picks like I just did. But you let go when it wiggles.
See what's in those marked crates. I'll watch the door.
Ancient urn. The markings on this urn match the shards found in the crate on the docks. Ashen Bones. A fine dust or ash fills this clay pot. Small bits of bone can be seen within the ash. Reach ritual fetishes. Rawhide, rough-hewn wood, stone, and bones, all carved with ritualistic symbols common to the Reach.
More than you. Care to try me?
I'll pass. I just want...
I think she's supposed to say, I just want to know why you're here, or something like that.
I had a feeling it wasn't just an opportunistic thief trying to steal my cargo. What are you after?
Proof of a plot against the High King. Care to explain what's in these crates?
A plot against the High King? Involving plundered antiquities from Hammerfell? Preposterous. I'm simply facilitating a transaction between treasure hunters and a rich collector. So, who am I paying the bribe to? You or the High King?
What about these Reach fetishes?
Give me that! Tribal craft's my arse. I told that son of a skeever I don't deal in arcane goods. Especially ones from the Reach. Nothing but sorrow comes from such business. This isn't cursed, is it?
Who hired you to smuggle this?
No name. Just instructions and gold. Shipments come in, I make sure no one looks too closely and wait for a pickup. Never see a same face twice. Last time it was a smooth-talking Breton with Nord laborers in tow. You want more? I need assurances.
I'm sure we can work something out.
They're taking the cargo to an abandoned lodge in the foothills north of Solitude. Occasionally used it myself when the city guard was being thorough. Want to catch them? Start there. If that's all, we're leaving. I'm not losing my head over this.
Can you tell me anything else about the Breton and the laborers?
The Breton was sly. Handsome even. Thought he could charm me into taking on additional shipments. Now that I know what's involved, the trouble isn't worth it. The Nords were local, hired hands from the Lonely Troll.
You never check your cargo?
I'm paid not to ask too many questions. This arrangement was a lucrative one. I trusted them, but it seems they took advantage of my natural greed. That won't happen again.
Alright.
Ronald had good instincts. We're definitely onto something. Our mystery buyer is hiring locals to haul these urns and Reach fetishes out of the city. But for what purpose?
Could it have something to do with the ritual I saw the witch perform at the barrow?
The Coven was also perfecting some kind of ritual in Ice Reach. Something to do with storms. If these fetishes are from Ice Reach, you may be onto something. Still, why involve the locals? Seems like an unnecessary risk.
I guess we should check out the lodge.
Good idea. Head there while I circle around from the other direction. Maybe I can catch them before they reach the lodge. Just be careful. I'd rather not lose another partner at this point in the investigation.
I'll see you at the lodge.
Give your sentry my best, and tell him I owe him an autograph.
Oh, he's gonna get more than an autograph if I see him again.
I think I'll take this drink with me. Thank you. And some ash. And some coins. Alright. Let's switch quests here, because I'm pretty sure the other quest objective is close by. Beautiful mountains. Ooh, maple. Make a nice staff with that.
Ah, there you are. Yes, I'd say this looks like the right place. What's this then? A lever of some kind? Well, you did arrive first. Fair's fair. Go ahead and pull it, won't you? Hesitating? Well, that's a bit uncharacteristic. Honestly, where's your sense of adventure? Go
Where's
on,
yours?
pull the lever. I'll be right over here if anything happens, so you have nothing to worry about. I'm behind you, assistant. 100%. Watch and learn, assistant. Now that I've graciously shown you what can go wrong, you give it a try.
Oh. I'll pull that first, I guess.
Look, something appeared. A scroll of some kind. Go on and read it. I've had my fill of enchanted scrolls for now, thank you.
The Blossoms of Maelmoth. You follow instructions splendidly, but do you have a poet's heart? Honor the lady of winter winds and valor. Draped in deepest chill, her love lights the way. 2 mountain flowers for the breath of myrrh and men. 4 death bell blooms for the grieving widow, cheeks wet with tears and brine. 3 dragon's tongues for fiery, ancient throats, and 1 last blossom for the kiss at the end.
Let me guess. Another array of tiresome clues? Ugh. Do you have any idea how many clues I've worked through thus far? That bottle nonsense from before? That was just one of many chapters in this ridiculous saga. Oh, enough grousing. Out with it!
The riddle mentions flowers. What do you make of it?
Ah, yes. A reference to his passing fancy with poetry and romance. Was Maelmoth a cunning illusionist? Yes. Was he a master wordsmith? Hardly. I don't know about the flowers, but this bit about Lady of the Winter Winds likely points to Kine.
Kine?
Yes, the Nord storm goddess. I'm not aware of any connections between Kine and flowers, but an ancient shrine dedicated to her lies southwest of here, near Chillwind Depths. I'll mark it on your map. Meet me there, all right?
All right, I'll see you there.
Do not lose heart, assistant. Yes, the riddles are infuriating, but you know what I always say. The more numerous the puzzles, the more numerous the rewards.
All right, now the next quest objective is way down here, so I'm not going to mess with that anymore. Just going to focus on the main story for now. Letter to the Pentarch. Pentarch Zeros. Preparations are complete, my Breton brother. We are ready to begin the ritual. Send the latest shipment to Kilcraith Temple. Sister Ambrit will put everything to good use. You have done well. Await my next command. R. Got a recipe for Hunter's Pie. Another lore book. Is that blood on there? Looks like maybe that's a bloody comforter or something. Bloody blanket.
I have more than I need, so I'll just feast on you.
Alright, I don't really want an iron girdle of stamina, but you know what? It's higher level, it's got better armor. Yeah, that's fine. For now.
Over here, partner. All I found were these Reachmen stalking the pass. Decided they'd rather die than talk, so I obliged. They don't look like they're from Icereach, but they are wearing the Coven's medallions. Anyway, did you find the lodge?
The lodge was empty, but I found a letter for the Breton. Orders to send the shipment to Kilcreath.
Kilcreath? The temple to Meridia? Why would the Icereach Coven target a local Daedra cult?
The letter said they were ready to start the ritual as soon as they received the shipment.
Damn, we're running out of time. I'll head back to Solitude and try again to warn High King Svargrim. You go to Kilcreath Temple and alert Meridia's priests. I'll meet you there as soon as I can.
Warn the priests? Shouldn't I attempt to stop the ritual?
You'll be going up against the Coven by yourself. Warn the priests. If there's an opportunity to safely stop or delay the ritual, by all means, but don't take any unnecessary chances. I still don't want to lose another partner. Good luck.
Alright, I'll see you at Kilcreath Temple after you warn the High King.
Kilcreath Temple lies to the west. Be quick, but not reckless. I'll head to Solitude as soon as I finish up here.
Alright, I'm gonna go grab this way shrine right here.
Hold, my friend! A disaster has befallen Kilcreath Temple. Didn't I send you to Solitude? This place isn't safe. The Icereach Coven performed a ritual and summoned one of those Hero Storms. Now Kilcreath Temple is crawling with Hero Fiends.
I was sent to warn the temple priests. I'm looking into the Coven for Queen Gerhild.
I'm sorry, but you're too late. The Coven unleashed their unnatural Hero Storm, and now the entire area is overrun by vampires and Hero Fiends. Still, meeting you again is fortuitous. We worked well together before, and I could use your help.
There's nothing I can do for the temple priests?
There may be survivors who could use your help. And if we can learn more about the ritual that summoned the Hero Storm, we might be able to determine how to stop them. Or at the very least, we can figure out where they plan to strike next.
What do you need me to do?
I could use your help to examine the strange pikes erected around the temple. Hero Fiends and vampires roam the area, making it difficult to get close. Hence the need for your assistance. You see, I'm not that confident in my combat prowess.
What exactly happened at Kilcreath Temple?
The Icereach Coven performed a ritual that unleashed a Hero Storm on the temple. It struck without warning and evaporated as quickly as it began. But in its wake, it left behind Hero Fiends. Innocent priests and pilgrims transformed into monsters.
What's a Hero Storm?
That's what I heard the Icereach Coven call the storm that struck Kilcreath Temple. It's magical in nature. The result of some sort of ritual performed by the witches. I'm still investigating, but I think the Hero Fiends are a byproduct of the storm.
I see.
I could use your help to examine the strange pikes erected around the temple. Hero Fiends and vampires roam the area, making it difficult to get close. Hence the need for your assistance. You see, I'm not that confident in my combat prowess.
Did you make contact with your Raven Watch allies?
Yes, thanks to you. They're investigating vampiric activity in another part of the region, and attempting to identify the vampire we saw talking to the Witch Matron. In the meantime, they left me to deal with my own investigation.
You came to Kilcreath by yourself?
House Ravenwatch's resources are limited, and Skyrim is a big place. We operate alone or in groups as necessary, depending on the situation. My task is to track down the remains stolen from Bankurai, and determine what the Coven is doing with them.
Remind me why an agent of a Rivenspire noble house is operating in Skyrim.
I tracked remains stolen from a mass grave in Bankurai. Ancient vampire remains, to be exact, and werewolf remains as well. They were smuggled through Solitude to wind up in the hands of the Icereach Coven. Now I need to determine why.
The Hero Storm. Was it like the storm we saw during our escape?
What we saw in the Barrow was a prototype of sorts. This Hero Storm was far more powerful. The storm struck the temple,
leaving vampires and hero fiends in its wake. I still need to determine the exact mechanism of these storms.
Okay. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. In the next video, we will go to the temple and check out how bad things are. Thanks for watching. See you next time.